Well, there is a lot of news out of the auto industry lately as manufacturers react to proposed tariffs on steel, iron, and imports from Canada and Mexico. Here to discuss is WJCT reporter and lifelong auto enthusiast Dan Scanlan. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning.
Great to have you here. There are a lot of extra costs being proposed here. Some of them tariffs on steel and aluminum that could take effect in March, some tariffs just on all imports from Canada and Mexico. Um, Additional tariffs being proposed on all foreign cars. What is this adding up to for car buyers?
Well, I do car reviews, and I took a look at my Monronis, which is the window sticker, and it's interesting. The last Chevy I tested, 37% content from Mexico. Uh, some of them are built in Canada. Some of the vehicles are built in Mexico, in Canada, and therefore a part that is built in the U.S., shipped to Canada, and then the vehicle comes back to us. Uh, could end up with tariff upon tariff costing. And then retaliatory tariffs are now being claimed by some of these countries that if you tariff us, we're going to do the same back to you. So your average car these days is $40,000, new car. I mean, $40,000. Not cheap anymore. And that could add another $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to the price of a vehicle coming in. I expect the used car market is going to get a big boost if these tariffs come through. That'll be the first impact. You'll buy a slightly new car. You'll buy an
Interesting.
off-lease car.
So, what are car manufacturers saying about how this will impact them? I think that the CEO of Ford had some really strong statements about what he's anticipating.
Yeah, Farley himself said that it would, quote unquote, blow a hole in the U.S. auto industry if this occurred. When I went to the Jacksonville Auto Show to do my advanced story last week, the head of the association indicated feeling right now that it's more of a negotiation situation. Maybe things will blow over. There's still some interest. I'll tell you, I went Friday night to the car show. Not a lot of people car shopping. Maybe it was Valentine's night. That could have been one major reason. But I know they're out there. I know they're buying stuff, but a lot of my friends are buying used. They're buying 2, 3 year old. Still has all the safety goodies. Still has pretty decent mileage on it. Still has a warranty. Uh, so maybe again, you see the side lot, the back lot of your dealerships with more stuff. And there's also a lot of new cars building up on lots. Look at Stellantis. They have a lot of their Hellcats
A
still
lot of
hanging around.
inventory. I mean, so is that when you're talking about talking at the auto show? Is that what you're hearing from local dealers, essentially?
I don't talk a lot to local dealers because realistically, I steer clear of them since I do car reviews. I don't need any influencing from them,
Mm.
but I just look at their lots and I see a lot of used stuff sitting on the front row, and it's not their product.
Yeah.
It's another company's product because they're trying to generate traffic and sell stuff.
One event that tries to sell stuff, but also just showcases some of the finest cars around, and appeals to folks like yourself, is the Concours d'Elegance in Amelia Island. This is
Yeah.
the 30th.
30th anniversary started by Bill Warner way back in the 90s, and now Haggerty Lifestyle has taken it over. And Helio Castroneves, a multi-time Indy 500 winner and Dancing with the Stars winner, and also was involved in a wreck yesterday at Daytona 500, but he was racing. So he's going to be there. He's going to be a lot of fun. I've got time to schedule to talk to him. But the island is just going to jump. There's a whole welcoming car show on Friday up there at the main beach park. I've even entered my car into it. Concours de Lemons. There's all sorts of things. There's a new party on Wednesday night. I don't know, Thursday night to welcome you. It's become a major social event all the way to 300 cars on that Sunday, March 9th, I believe. Everything from old Alfa Romeos and Indy cars to a history of Formula One cars. And Castroneves, I'm sure, will come driving in something that he drove in before, just to have a grand entrance.
Do you have to be a gearhead to appreciate this, or is it the kind of thing a layperson can kind of like and enjoy the spectacle?
There's something pretty cool about a 1936 Cadillac sitting there gleaming in the sunshine with the curves, and that some beautiful person in Dearborn or Detroit or whatever designed and did by hand. I think the art is beautiful. And if it's a Ferrari, if it's a Delahaye from France, these are objects of art on four wheels with crystal mascots and bakelite and wood and mahogany. Uh, One car I remember even had a built-in bar under the floor because it was during Prohibition, so that Fatty Arbuckle, the silent film star, could get to his libations and no one would know.
Wow. I want to shift gears and just talk about, I didn't mean that,
Oh, shift gears.
but you are doing, I mean, you've done car reviews for years and years, but now WJCT is going to actually start featuring those on its website.
Yeah, probably in a week or two. I'm still having to reformat some of the things, but the fun thing is to be the hometown car guy again, like I used to do,
Mhm.
is wonderful, and I think there's going to be a lot of interest in it. We've got a Hellcat that we'll be talking about, the last 710 horsepower Hellcat, a really cool Cadillac, a brand new Nissan Murano, just some of the ones that are in the hopper right now, being fine tuned for release, and we'll be popping them at noonish on Mondays. And then we're going to build up a log of some of my 2025 so that you have them and some of the EVs. So there'll be a lot of fun stuff that we have for the
Well,
Jacksonville
we look forward to
Creator.
it. Dan Scanlan was a dream job for many people, test driving cars and writing about them. Dan, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.